Hello students, today our topic of discussion is high pressure mercury lamp. Lamp that produces light as a result of an electrical discharge generated between two electrodes in a high pressure mercury vapor that is contained in a transparent bulb. High pressure mercury lamps belong to the group of high intensity discharge lamps because they are available in high lumen output versions, that is, they have high luminous intensity. High-pressure mercury lamps are available in versions where the discharge takes place in vaporized mercury only and in versions in which metal halides are added so that the discharge takes place in mercury vapor and in vaporized metals from the metal halide components. The mercury vapor lamp in a high-intensity discharge lamp. It uses an arc through vaporized mercury in a high pressure tube to create very bright light from its own arc. This is different from fluorescents, which use the mercury vapor arc to create a weaker light that mainly creates UV light to excite the phosphors. How it works? Low pressure mercury lamps. The first mercury vapor lamps were in a low pressure tube. One would tip the lamp and electrical contacts on each side of the lamp would send electricity through a liquid mercury which started the lamp. After that, the lamp would heat fast and mercury become a vapor. The light would intensify as the arc grew stronger in the tube. High pressure lamps. Lamps of today are high pressure lamps with a fused quartz inner discharge tube. The high pressure helps increase efficiency, and this was developed in 1936, 35 years after the low pressure lamps came out. This lamp start with a small arc between the starting electrode and the main electrode. This arc goes through argon gas which easily strikes even in cold weather. This little arc hits the tube and over several minutes and the tube gets hot enough to vaporize the solid mercury stuck to the sides. The mercury vaporized creates a strong light between the two main electrodes. To prevent the arc from indefinitely getting stronger, a ballast limits the current. Some lamps are self-ballasted. They use an incandescent filament to act as a resistor, limiting current. Home lighting fixtures usually use the self-ballasted type, whereas the more expensive but more efficient ballasted lamps are found in large fixtures for municipal lighting. In case of fluorescent lamp, the mercury vapor pressure is maintained at lower level such that 60% of the total input energy gets converted into 253.7 nanometer single line. Again, transition of the electrons requires least amount of input energy from a colliding electron. As pressure increases, the chance of multiple collisions get increased. A schematic diagram of mercury lamp is shown. The lamp is containing an inner quartz arc tube and outer borosilicate glass envelope. The quartz tube is able to withstand arc temperature 1300 Kelvin, whereas the outer tube withstand only 700 Kelvin. Between two tubes, nitrogen gas is filled to provide thermal insulation. This insulation is for to protect the metal parts from oxidation due to higher arc temperature. The arc tube contains the mercury and argon gas. Its operational function is same as fluorescent lamp. Two main electrodes and the starting electrode are inside the arc tube. Each main electrode holds a tungsten rod upon which a double layer of coiled tungsten wire is wound. Basically, the electrodes are dipped into a mixture of thorium, calcium, and barium carbonates. They are heated to convert these compounds into oxides after dipping. Thus, they get thermally and chemically stable to produce electrons. The electrodes are connected through a quartz tube by molybdenum foil leads. Just when the supply voltage is applied to the mercury lamp, this voltage comes across the starting electrode and the adjacent main electrode, that is the bottom electrode, as well as across two main electrodes, bottom and top electrodes. As the gap between starting electrode and bottom main electrode is small, the voltage gradient is high in this gap. Because of this high voltage gradient across the starting electrode and the adjacent main electrode, a local argon arc is created, but the current gets limited by using a starting resistor. The initial arc heats up the mercury and vaporizes it, and this mercury vapor helps to strike the main arc soon. But the resistance for the main arc current control resistor is somewhat less than the resistance of the resistor used in the initial arc current control purpose. For this reason, initial arc stops and main arc continues to operate. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to make all the mercury to be vaporized completely. The lamp gets its state of its operational stability. The mercury vapor arc gives visible spectra of green, yellow and violet. But there may be still some invisible ultraviolet radiation during discharge process of mercury vapor, so phosphor coating may be provided on outer glass cover to improve efficiency of the mercury lamp. There are 5 lamps with phosphor coating to provide improved color performance. As the wattage increases, the initial lumen ratings for the phosphor coated lamps gets available with 4200, 8600, 12,100, 22,500 and 63,000 ratings. The average life of mercury lamp is 24,000 hours, that is 2 years 8 months. Advantages: good efficiency. Lamps after 1980s have a higher lumen per watt rating. Color rendering is better than that of high pressure sodium street lights. Some lamps last for longer than the 24,000 hour mark, sometimes 40 years. Disadvantages: like many lamps, it contains traces of mercury which must be disposed of properly. HPS street lights have a better lumen per watt rating. Human skin looks green under the light. It is poor for color film or photography. Warm up time required to start the lamp. Application: the mark, as it is known, has been a workhorse for society, lighting streets, factories, and large areas for over 100 years. Large areas like parks, street lighting, high ceiling buildings, gyms are the places this lamp is used. Low pressure lamps with a quartz envelope are used for germicidal purposes since they allow UV light to pass. So this is all about in a brief about high pressure mercury lamp. If you have any doubts, you can ask me through WhatsApp or email. Stay tuned for more lamps. Thank you for today's class.